Yo, 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 it's the kid, 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 man. We're here for the Sunday, beautiful, lovely hangout. So look, man, we're still waiting for the rest of the guys to come in. Red said he's going to be a bit late, and we'll hope that other dudes like Montaha and so forth will be in. I've already sent those guys the links, but your boy Juju Man is here, man. Juju Man, what up, man? Juju, you know that
What's up?
you're a celebrity. You know that.
Yeah.
Look, Juju, we're going to talk Champions League, man, because I know that secretly you're still a PSG fan. I know you're secretly still a PSG fan.
Yeah. Call the PSG fan.
Look, I'll keep it real with you. Like, as much as I hate his guts, do you know how amazing it would be if Neymar actually won the Champions League for PSG?
Yeah, that's what, at least, like, even at least, not even Champions League, even a semis, that would be.
No, man. What makes it sweet is if he was able to actually win it.
Yeah.
Upon all the incidents, it was a bit so. Because if he delivers them the Champions League, he's done. He's finished. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so look,
good for the agenda.
No. Joshua, man, I'm all about the agenda. Don't tell anyone. It's all about the agenda. Like, if Mbappe wins the Champions League, those clowns are done. But don't tell anyone that. Say that's the secret. I already have my tweets ready to unleash. That if Mbappe wins it, it's what's World Cup, Champions League. Forget those clowns, man.
And do you know the one thing about Mbappe is like this guy can actually get the 800 career goals because he already has over 100 goals. So like, I think, and it looks like he'll play for the next. He can go for the next at least 15 years. So 15 to 20 years. So if he gets over 40 goals every season, he'll reach those Messi and Ronaldo numbers easily.
Okay, no, but we'll see. But okay, so your boy Montaha, are you here, man? Montaha.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you well, man. So look, man, I touched on it on the Saturday Hangouts, but I think it's only fair that we have to revisit this now. I didn't know that Espanyol were bottom of the table. I didn't know that. Like that I was already known after the fact. So I think we need to do a bit more of a deflection. I was actually talking to one of my colleagues at work who's a massive Barcelona fan. So as I was talking to him and everything, and obviously we had like a big disagreement with regards to Sergio Roberto and Semedo. I think that you're smoking crack if you think that flipping loser called Sergio Roberto is half the player Semedo is, who I rate highly as a right back. But forget that. I digress. This Valverde thing, because I think because this is reiterating what I said before, the decline is real now. Yeah. Once Iniesta and Xavi left, that was the beginning of the end. The Barcelona should have had a horrendous season last season. Barcelona should have been trophyless last season. So all of you guys who were pissed off that, and also we're also going to talk United, man. We're going to talk United. We're going to talk United. But all those guys that were pissed off that Van Dijk didn't win the Ballon d'Or. Look again at the trash that Messi has to work with. Of course, Messi deserved the flipping Ballon d'Or, you flipping clowns, because he's having to work with trash. Van Dijk has categorically the best team in the world. Liverpool are the best team right now in the world, hands down. Not taking anything away from Van Dijk, because Van Dijk is very important to that. But Van Dijk, he played for the best team in the world. Barcelona, this guy, they can't beat Espanyol. They can't beat flipping Espanyol. These dudes are bottom of the table. So my thing here is this: is that I want to look past Valverde. I want to look past Valverde. So let me come first to Juju Man with this. I'm gonna go down. So Juju Man, is it time for some of the Barca players to truly take a look at themselves? And I'm looking at Piqué. Can we finally just say that this dude was carried by Sergio Ramos? This dude was carried by Puyol. And it is disgusting that Barcelona's central pairing is Longley and Piqué. So speak on that. with regards to
But,
how PK still holds up a place for a professional club.
Yeah, Double H. I think it's more to do with Valverde. Since this man has been this club, the club has been cancer. He's cancer to the club, and because what's he called?
Okay, so Juma, you said if a better manager was coach, Barcelona would be better. Is that what you said? So if Luis
Yes.
Enrique was the coach, they'd be better.
Yes, because what's he called? Barcelona, like with and Valverde, he's too conservative. He has the players, and sometimes I saw this in the last two Champions League and this season. He has the attacking option, but he's too conservative, and he concentrates on defense instead of going full on attack majority of the time. And then the other thing is, I mean, I looked at the game against Espanyol. Luis Suarez was good, and I think what's it called, the De Jong red card. It wasn't a good game. De Jong red card was the main reason they I mean was one of the reasons.
Judgment, there is no excuse to lose to Espanyol even if you're a man down. It's Espanyol. These guys they're last. They're last.
Yeah, and I think all the blame goes to Valverde. Valverde is to blame. I don't know why Valverde is still here after how many seasons? It was the embarrassment against Roma, embarrassment against Liverpool, and like you can see, Barcelona have not been playing really well under Valverde. Like this guy last year, there were so many cracks. But I thought they were going to get away with the Champions League, playing the way they're playing. So if with Barcelona, I wouldn't blame the players that much because I think it starts with Valverde. Plus,
wait. Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You are not blaming PK at all. So PK has no blame. PK is I.
Yeah,
so
yes,
because I mean, money.
Yes, I mean no money, but last year, I mean, I'll go based on like the last few years. I think PK has been. I mean, it seems shocking, but I think he improved. He played decently. Like last year, it was good. This year, I mean, the last game wasn't good, but I don't think he's the main problem. I think the problem is Valverde. Plus, you look at Griezmann hasn't fit in that team, and it's because of Valverde's system. What's the other guy? The Dembele didn't fit, and I blame all
the Oost. Judgment. He's called the Oost. It's called the Oost.
Yes, and all this is because of Valverde. Because people try to say Messi has power, but he doesn't have that much power. If the team plays well, I don't think Messi minds. So Valverde.
Wait, let's bring us okay. So Muntaha, man, does Valverde deserve all this blame, or are these overpaid piece of crap prima donna celebrity flipping pussy wimpish cowardly players not to blame at all?
Bro, to be honest, for the yesterday's game, if I'll see Espanyol, I knew that this game is going to be difficult for Barcelona because right now Barcelona is so predictable. Okay, it's not the same old Barcelona where we predict, okay, Barcelona will come up. I mean, okay, they'll show a performance, everything. No, they are so predictable. Like all football worlds, even like teams like Espanyol, they know that Barcelona away their shit. Okay, so there should be a blame for the manager. Okay, because I mean, if you see Valverde's like stats and his records in Barcelona, whenever he used to manage Barcelona, even back in those days when he joined first time, his
Monsa.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we just lost you for a second there.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Say again. We just lost you for a few seconds.
Yeah, bro. So what I'm saying to you is that, bro, if you see Barcelona's recent, away performance, they are absolutely shambolic, bro. And the thing is, what if you see from last two seasons in La Liga, they get away with that because they were a bit more fortunate with some of the results, the way. In fact, last season, bro, Madrid wasn't like literally shit garbage, right? Okay. Then you had flipping Atletico Madrid wasn't pushing really hard, some of the teams. So they used to get, away with this kind of, with the bad performances, even in UCL. But now people like the other clubs, they're aware of Barcelona's weaknesses. Like they know that they're struggling as well, and you have to partially blame Valverde for that. But bro, there's some player power as well in this team, bro. PK.
So speaking of,
yes.
Okay, no. You touched on it. Thank you. Bring that up.
Yeah.
So bro, tell me right now,
bro.
PK,
the guy
is PK using player power to be in this team? Yes or no?
Exactly. I believe that. You know why I personally believe that? Because this guy is the son of a billionaire from Catalonia.
Oh
Let
shit!
me, yeah, yeah, and on top of that, bro, his power in Barcelona, because his ambition is like to be a president for Barcelona in the future and all those things, because this guy's like really powerful personality in that team, in the club. So I don't think so. Valverde have a like voice to say PK, you're going to bench. I don't think so. I don't think so. On top of that, bro, when was the last time they had a proper coach, not a manager? Valverde is a manager, he's a tactician. He won't grind them and coach them, the way they want. The last manager, I believe, it was Pep Guardiola. Apart from that, they have all tier 2, tier 3 great managers, bro. I mean, managing them. Not even world class manager for them. I mean, who's managing, even with the Luis Enrique. Thirdly, my point is over here, okay, with Barcelona, okay, bro, Neymar. Bro, now we can see that, okay, Neymar, like, used to contribute so much for this team. I mean, there's not even a doubt, iota of doubt, now. You
So,
can say,
no,
oh,
because
no.
they never replaced Neymar, man. Look,
Exactly, bro.
as
Because,
someone
bro,
said in the live chat, someone just said it in the live
yeah,
chat.
yeah.
You didn't replace Iniesta. You didn't replace Javi. You didn't replace Neymar. But the thing though is
Bro,
that
bro, yeah.
even if this guy isn't Javi, Arthur is still in the mold of Javi. So I really rate Arthur. They didn't replace Neymar.
Wait,
They didn't replace Neymar. And also, let me and
Bro.
we're gonna get to this dude. Don't mention his name yet. Don't mention his name yet. I'm going to get to that blonde French dude.
Yes,
Because
yes,
it's
bro.
time for us to
Your
talk
hatred,
about
yeah.
blonde friendship, but don't mention his name yet. Don't mention
Hatred,
that because I'm coming full on because I'm tired of this right now. It's time to be
yeah,
real. It's
hatred.
2020. It's 2020 right now. It's time
Bro,
to be real. You can't keep holding on to, oh, you won a flipping World Cup. Oh, you were man in the match in the European game. Oh, you deserve to be top five. I'm tired of people just talking without proving the stuff. It's 2020. It's exposure season right now. So it's exposure season.
true.
Okay. Wait. So
Eh,
no. Come on. So let me just talk. Abdullahi, thoughts on this?
Double H for me. I think the president by Baltimore himself is one of the issues of Barcelona. Baltimore, Valverde, and for me, Leo Messi, and what's called PK. Those are the culprits in that team because that team cannot function without Lionel Messi. That Barcelona team cannot function. Apart from 2015, Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, and Neymar. Those three players left Barcelona. They could not replace those three players. Look at the way they're struggling now. Valverde can play Antoine Griezmann and Suarez together. Play a 4-4-2 diamond. This team can play 4-4-2 diamond. You can play them. Play Messi as number 10. Look at Madrid playing a 4-4-2 diamond. It's working. Isco is playing as number 10. Play 4-4-2.
You still need the players. You still need the players, man.
Griezmann cannot play as a right wing. He can only play as a supporting striker. Play a 4-4-2. That's when you see the best of Antoine Griezmann.
Wait, don't mention this guy's name. We're gonna talk about this dude. One thing that is Valverde the man to blame. Is it Valverde or should we blame PK?
My God, PK for me, PK should be inducted. Why are you not inducting PK? He should be inducted.
He's there. I'll induct him, man. I'll induct him. He's there.
Why is he even still playing? Why? You need to induct this guy.
No. But as Montar said, it's his player power.
Yeah, player power works. Yeah, player power works. But you need to player power works.
Because my thing is that of course is because now I don't know Ernesto Valverde. I don't know any clearly, but everybody puts all the blame on Valverde for that Liverpool game.
Right.
Of course, Valverde. Wait. Easy. Of course, he should take some blame. I'm sorry. Are you telling me that Valverde told Ter Stegen and PK to stand around, looking around while a corner kick is being taken?
No.
Did Valverde tell Coutinho to play like a brick? Did he tell
counter.
Did Valverde tell PK to defend like a complete clown?
You know the funniest part.
Counter to that argument. You know why we can't say player power. Every big team you'll have to deal with egos. It's part of the job.
Yeah, that's true.
You go to every big team, you have to deal with part of the ego.
No, Jujuman. The difference here is this. The difference here is that the player power you have that you had to deal with at Real Madrid is with players who are actually very good. So, you just have to manage their egos. This is different player power. Like you're dealing with a particular player who's trash. PK is trash.
What if they don't rate Valverde anymore? Like they want to get rid of the guy.
Bro, Juju man, bring the best manager in the world. PK is still trash. Bring the best manager in the world.
Trash is too harsh.
I just want to respond to my Juju, my brother. Juju. If they don't rate Valverde right now, okay, so Valverde would have been sacked by last season. But they still rate him, it makes sense. So
but Muntad is wide on the street that
Messi
Valverde
fought to keep him. Messi fought to keep him. So what?
Wait. Double H and Muntad is wide on the street that Valverde is close to the president. That's why it's like.
I agree. I believe that. That's true. But in a sense, even players backed him, bro, last season. I mean,
Yeah,
they said, okay, we want to continue with
Too many backing. Too many.
Okay, wait. We have to. Okay, I want to move on to a different segment right now. Well, some saying because we need to talk about this right now. Is Griezmann a flop? That's what I want to say right now. So let me just keep it real for you guys right now. I think that it's time for us to be real here. This dude was supposed to be the replacement of Iniesta. This dude has only performed at the Camp Nou. I need somebody to tell me why this guy is supposedly rated so highly. I just need to know. I just need to know why this guy is rated so highly when it is so obvious that this guy is a flipping flop. That's what I want to know. Because I'm looking at that game right now and I'm like, wait, this guy is flipping garbage. This guy has done nothing. So I'm sorry. And I'm talking to guys here and I'm talking to guys in the live chat. Can we now come and say that? Let's keep it real. Euro 2016, you were France's best player. What happened in the final? Eder scored the winning goal. Your team didn't win. Don't give me that crap that Griezmann was France's best player. Don't give me that crap that, he was man of the match in the final. No, France, it was a team effort led by a prodigy. Are you listening, Messi? Led by a prodigy, France won that World Cup. Griezmann was an important piece. He wasn't the main player. So this notion that, oh my gosh, if you play Griezmann as a supporting striker, you will see the best of him. No. If you're truly quality, especially in the Barcelona system where you're surrounded by Messi and so forth, you should still be able to be effective when the ball is given to you at feet. If you're saying you play like a complete and total loser because you didn't play as a supporting striker, bro, you're a crap player. So let me bring in Red into this. Red, is your mic working there?
Yeah, it's working, HH.
So, Red, simple. Can we brand Griezmann a flop for Barcelona, or is it too early?
A flop is harsh, HH. It's way too early. But his first impression has been underwhelming. Like he hasn't impacted the team the way you'd expect him to impact the team. But HH, there's another player that was a late bloomer at Barca as well, Neymar. Neymar, when he went to Barca initially, for like the first season, he wasn't really that good. It was like till like the later half of the first season when he really hit form, and after that, we all know he was phenomenal. So it could be just the fact that Griezmann needs some time to adjust to the system. Because don't forget, he was in a system where it was a defensive system where he was like the only shifting gear for attack. And now he's going to a team that dominates the ball most of the time, that always have to keep the ball, and he's having a hard time to adapt, even with players like Messi and Suarez. Because you see Suarez, he adapted quickly. That's why he assists, he scores, he always knows his position. Griezmann, I feel he's a bit lost sometimes. Sometimes on the wing, ineffective. He's down central, he's ineffective. He's been pretty mediocre, but it's way too soon. I'll give Griezmann a full season before I start to really judge him.
Yeah, and what's it called? Valverde is incompetent, so like I think we should give him a break.
No, look. Let's just look. I don't think Valverde is the best tactical coach, but people are going way too. He's not the problem with
Thank you.
Like, come on, that corner taking quickly goal that Barca got knocked out by, like that was not poor tactics. That was not management. That was poor mentality from the players. That was the players that being pressured and them not paying attention, marking their man. That's not on the
Wait,
coach.
Red, but if this team has poor mentality, who do we blame? The leader. Who's the leader there?
The leader,
Valverde
the
is
players,
responsible
the
for
players.
keeping
You,
this
like
guy's
the
They have,
mentality.
they
mentality.
have to be captain. Where's the cap? They have to be
Messi is
leaders
the
of
Messi is the leader. You want to blame
I
the
mean,
leader?
he's been
You blame
carrying the
Messi.
entire team the
No,
entire
the
season.
coach,
You want him
the coach, Juju, the coach will set up the players. He'll set up who's going to be the starting 11. Now, if the starting 11 was poor, we can criticize Valverde. If the team is exposing Barca over and over again through like a certain maneuver, let's say if they're catching them on the counter, yes, you can blame Valverde. But if a player gets a red card, right, and you're down to 10 men, and you're trying to what's it called, like go for your third goal, that's a hard task on anybody. You blame the player that got the red card because that second yellow was unnecessary.
yeah, yes, but
blame what's
Red,
it called?
counter. I have a counter argument.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but with manager, you guys are looking at it from strictly like the tactics, but you also have to manage people, and that's what he's being paid to do. That's his job.
But
He's supposed to
Juju,
focus on the
counter
field
argument
and
to your
manage
counter
people.
argument.
So if people
Alba,
have
Damn.
like,
PK,
Well,
Messi,
wait,
all
how
these
many
players.
how many counters are there, man? Is this like the counter?
No, but HH, this is the last one because HH with Messi, Alba, PK, the old guard in that, like they're the leaders. They're all pro Valverde. They backed him. They all backed when the board was thinking about sacking him. Messi backed Valverde. So obviously
That's
he's
very
getting along
key.
with getting along with the
only
players.
reason
The players
because
like him.
Messi is influential enough to get Valverde sacked. The fact that he has fought for Valverde and he wanted to keep for Valverde, you can't put the blame on this dude. Do you know what? Because for me, the focus here is Griezmann because like we want to talk about the players, but my thing is that I am sick and tired. Like there is a time and a place when you blame the manager 100%. The manager is the guy who set the team up and everything. But what I find worrying is, especially for big clubs, this always happens with really big clubs. All the blame is put on the manager. All the blame is put on the manager. You never see the players take the blame. There has to be times when the player has to take some blame. So let me bring in Abdullahi here. So Abdullahi, is it already time to brandish Griezmann a flop for Barcelona?
No, double it. No, it's too early for me. It's too early. I keep saying it. Valverde is not the right manager for Barcelona. He's not the right manager. No. Because Antoine Griezmann can play as a left wing. In France, he plays as a left wing because you got Olivier Giroud playing as a number 9 for them. Giroud can hold up the ball for Griezmann to score goals, for Kylian Mbappe to score goals, for Paul Pogba to create. That is the work of Olivier Giroud. In FC Barcelona, they don't have a striker. Suarez, sometimes he plays very well, sometimes he doesn't play very well. For Antonio Griezmann to play, you have to play 4-4-2 diamond. That is where Antoine Griezmann shines. He does not play as number 9. Griezmann will never show you as number 9. Play Antoine Griezmann as 4-4-2 diamond. Then Barcelona fans will see the real Antoine Griezmann. I keep saying it. He doesn't play as number 9. He plays as a supporting striker. That is where he tries because all the focus is going to be on the main striker. Then he can come in as a supporting striker.
So okay, so wait. So if you say 4-4-2 diamond, where do you play Messi?
Messi plays as number 10 because you have a diamond. It's a 4-4-2 diamond, just like Real Madrid are playing this squad as number 10. Messi could be the creator playing as number 10. Then you have Suarez and Griezmann playing together. You can play them together. You can play them. It's 4-4-2 diamond. You play Messi as number 10.
So you're telling me that. So you're giving me full on assurances that if you play Griezmann as a supporting striker in a 4-4-2 diamond, we will see a world-class player. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Absolutely, yeah. You see the best of Antoine Griezmann. You will see him. You saw the best of Antoine Griezmann at Atletico Madrid because they play 4-4-2 diamond. We also saw him in summer club before he moved to Atletico Madrid. He played 4-4-2 diamond. Play Antoine Griezmann as 4-4-2 diamond. Play Leo Messi as number 10. Let him be the creator. Let Messi create. Then everybody will see. We will see the real Griezmann. We will see him play because the position he's playing now doesn't fit him at all. Valverde is killing his talent because that place it doesn't fit him. Play him as play him together with Suarez. Let them play together. Then
Okay.
we'll see.
All right. Okay. Muntaha, is it time to
bro.
brandish Griezmann a flop?
No, bro. I think so. Like, I mean, okay, it's underwhelming, because he joined Barcelona. We expect him to be good at least in La Liga because he used to play in La Liga. We thought, okay, so he's aware of every position, how you should play, and I mean, so I thought you're used to the customs and traditions in La Liga, but I mean, in this Barcelona team, he's like underperforming, my friend. I know that he's playing on out of position, bro, but that's not an excuse because some of the people, they brand you to be a world class player or close to world class player. So you should be at least playing good, even you're playing out of position. I personally believe, So the excuse of playing him in the 4-4-2 diamond and all those things, bro, that will hamper them defensively, bro. I mean, defensively, I mean, Griezmann, offers you a lot as well. Like you track backs, from especially from the front three. I believe the only guy who presses a lot and who track backs is Griezmann. If you play in 4-4-2 diamonds, oh my God, you're going to expose yourself. Secondly, for me, I personally believe that.
But let me
Yeah.
ask you this: if
Mhm.
let's say you put Griezmann in his strongest position and as a supporting striker, will we see a world class player?
No, 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 no. Griezmann was never been a because bro, world class player. Are you kidding me, bro? Look, I know that he's a good player. He used to score goals, 20 goals, 21 goals, 15 goals in La Liga every season. Yeah, but I mean, there's some limitation with Griezmann. Okay, you can get the best out of him, but I mean, if you say that, okay, he could be like next Lionel Messi or Eden Hazard or Neymar or something like that. No, that's not going to happen, my friend, because that's reality. And Griezmann was never been a world class player. That's my personal opinion, and I've seen him. He's like in terms of ability wise, I think so. He's very limited. Even he himself said that he cannot play all what do you call all those fair style player like Neymar plays, Eden Hazard plays, Messi plays. He cannot play like that. He said in the media himself. And my problem is with Barcelona apart from Griezmann because you have to give Griezmann one more season. Bro,
No.
where's Frankie De Jong? Please, can you tell me?
Bro, Frankie De Jong is overrated, man.
Thank you, my friend.
Matthew
I-
Kovacic. Matthew Kovacic is better than Frankie De Jong. Please,
I
what
mean,
has
you
this?
can-
Oh, yeah, he
What
is.
has
Of
what
course,
has
Easy,
Frankie De Jong won?
easy.
Please tell me. What has he won?
Oh,
No,
People are rating him too much. Matthew
no,
Kovacic
no,
of Chelsea
Frankie,
is
Frankie
far
De Jong
better,
to use
far better
Frankie,
than
wait,
Frankie
Frankie
De
De
Jong.
Jong to use Jujuman's term is a prospect, man. He's still a
Oh,
prospect.
easy double A. I think he's good. Like Frankie, like I know he had a
Yeah.
terrible game, but
Okay, Jujuman, let me ask to round us off for this segment then.
Yeah.
Can we call Griezmann a flop?
so I mean, so far it's not working. And look,
No,
I don't want to
Jujuman,
blame.
I don't want no. Yes or no? Can we call him a flop? Yes or no?
No, because of Valverde. I think Valverde is the problem.
Hey, this man, what is your obsession with Valverde? Leave the man alone, man. Come on.
He's like Lucho Enrique without Neymar. There's nothing changed. He's the problem. They need to get a real proper world class manager. That's what Barcelona needs to do. And Griezmann is not a flop. I think he needs a proper manager first, and then if he flops, then he's a flop. And if he does bad, he's a flop then. But now I cannot until Valverde goes out.
Wow, man, that's what's wild, man. All right, so this is going to lead us to another kind of topic here, but I want to talk about Ciro Immobile. Has anybody seen this guy's goal scoring record?
Yep.
This because for me, like, see now, people will say, okay, who has he done it against and everything? But look, based on just goals scored, this guy's goal scoring record is insane. In flipping sane. As in, I think that I don't know. Wait, let me even pull it up right now, man. Let me even pull this thing up right
19
now.
goals in the league. 19 goals in the league.
19.
Is he
Yep.
tied with Lewandowski?
And wait, how many games played has this? I mean, what the? Okay, wait. Let me
Can I start on this topic? Can I start on this topic?
go for it.
Okay, look. Immobile, look, I rate him like, let's say if we're out of 10, I'll give him as a player a 6 or a 5. Okay, let's not go over because this guy is hit or miss. He'll have an incredible season like he did 2 years in 2017. I think it was him and Bolatti in 2017. They were insane. They were scoring goals like at this rate. And this year he was incredible, but last year he ghosted. Let's not also forget that he was a star striker for Italy when they didn't make it to the World Cup.
Wait. So let me say. So 16 appearances, 19 goals in Serie A. But carry on. Yo, Red. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me, HH?
Yeah, can you hear you? Can you hear you? Go for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not forget, HH. This guy has been hit or miss his entire career. He'll be good for one season, flops the season after. Good for one season, flops the season after. Last season he was a ghost. The season before that he was good. This season he's great, but I'm not gonna forgive him for the fact that in 2018 Italy didn't make the World Cup, and it was him and Belotti up front for Italy, and they couldn't even score a goal against Sweden to qualify Italy to the World Cup. So for that reason, I'm not gonna rate him as like this elite striker. Maybe he's just going through a purple patch right now, and then he'll go back to being like just an average player like he was before. Because where was he last season? The season before that, he had a good record.
Yeah, Red question. Last week, I read in the newspaper that the commander said it's hard to score in the Syria. What's going on? I mean, the leading top scorer in Europe is from Syria. Like,
wait, Jujuman. Who is the commander? Who is the commander?
Sepp Blatter. Yeah. We should ask Sepp Blatter.
No, Cristiano. He's talking Cristiano Ronaldo. Look, it's true. Look. In Italy, a lot of the teams, like the philosophy is, you don't see a lot of 5-0 in Italy or 6-0. It's very rare because because to them they tell you 3 points. They have a saying where it goes like, whether you win 5-0 or 1-0, 3 points is 3 points, and it goes based off head to head. So the teams that usually go for those high scoring records doesn't mean much. Now, last season, Atalanta were the highest scoring Serie A team, and they finished fourth. They barely made it to fourth. They made it fourth. They got fourth place on the last day. So, again, all this goal scoring, I don't really care about these. Like, I've realized over the past decade, because of the advancements in football science, how teams, like, they'll find the most efficient way to score goals. You'll see year after year, leagues are breaking goal scoring records. If you look at players from the 90s and early 2000s, before all this advancements, they weren't scoring this much because, again, the science wasn't there. So him scoring this much and breaking these records doesn't mean anything really if he doesn't win the league in the end. He can win the Golden Boot, great individual award, but are you going to qualify for top 4? Are you going to have a decent run in the Champions League? Are you going to win the Coppa Italia? Are you going to?
No. This is thoughtful. Like, I don't put Immobile in the same category as a Lewandowski or a Benzema or a Cannibal who can really be critical in big moments, but purely on just goal scoring accuracy and goal scoring consistency, and just based on just the numbers, he has to at least be in the conversation.
Right now, this year, he's top 10, but overall, as a player, top 30 striker. Yes, HH, I would 100% trust Sergio Aguero, Benzema, Suarez, Lewandowski.
Wait, Red. Sergio Aguero. Name me what he's done in the Champions League semi or Champions League final, please.
What has Immobile done in the Champions League semi or the Champions League final? When he went to Dortmund, they could cheap flop.
Then the understand level, because really Aguero has been part of great Man City teams. This boy is doing the stuff for Lazio. Who the hell do Lazio have? Are we not going to compare Lazio to Man City or?
Okay, but what did you do with Klopp's Dortmund?
Wait, Double H. They have Savage
relegated with Immobile. They almost got relegated with Immobile.
Klopp's, wait, but remember, that was Klopp's Dortmund post Lewandowski, post Kagawa, post Marigotsa.
What about this? What did you do with Italy in 2017 in the qualifications?
Again, are we going to now compare that Italy team that is post Del Piero, post Conte, post Maldini to Man City?
They have Bonucci. They have Bonucci in defense. He has Belotti, which is another decent striker. He's bro. They had players. Insigne. They have Donnarumma in goal. They had a good team. They should be able to at least qualify for the World Cup. He was the lead striker.
No. They should have, but for me, I think we cannot categorically say that Aguero has done more than Immobile without actually looking at the teams that they've played for. Now, if let's say you put Immobile for the Man City team that Aguero played for and he flopped, okay, that's all cool.
Well, how about this? What about Aguero's record?
Dortmund is inferior to the Man City ties that Aguero has played for. And remember, Aguero is playing under a multi-million pound flipping Pep Man City team. Okay.
But didn't Aguero have like 100+ goals with Atletico Madrid? Like, Aguero was prolific in his early years. Like, Aguero has always been good. Even pre-Man City, he was always
no. For me, like Aguero is still the better striker than Immobile, but not by that much. So, and we should not be giving Aguero that much credit. But let me want to bring some other guys into it. So, Monzaha, how much should Immobile be pumped up for? Do you rate him as a top striker based on his goal record this season? Just this season.
Bro, of course, this season, like, then he's top. I mean, striker. I mean, what every team needs, one from you. I mean, he's doing great in Serie A. I believe that. I think so. He's proving wrong Ronaldo's fanboys that like scoring in Serie A is not that difficult to go. Especially this season, yes, he's doing it. As a goal scorer, yes, he's doing it. So I think so. Yeah, we have to rate him highly, top 10 this season, or you never know. He might keep on scoring like that and could make it top 5 this season, because we're talking about the season. But as an overall striker, I don't think so. He's ever been close to the level, of Sergio Aguero, Luis Suarez, Benzema, and all these guys. But I mean Lewandowski. Well, these guys are complete next bracket, So I don't believe it. Like, this guy's that great. Yeah, but okay, the season he has might be purple, but we never know. It might end soon, bro. So yeah, so I think so. He's good. Yeah, the season.
Okay. Abdullahi, how do you rate Immobile?
I think this season, like I would say top 5, like what Mutah said. I would say top 5, but I want to go on counter argument with Red. Are you gonna rate Sergio Aguero, who is playing for Man City? Aguero is a Premier League merchant. Every league is gone. He has been the top scorer. Tell me when Aguero has played in Champions League and he has performed in Europe. I want to know. Sergio Aguero has been flop ever since he has played in Europe. He only showed up in the league. That's what Aguero showed up in. Only the league he has showed up. So you cannot compare Man City team with this kind of money. Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling, Leroy Sané, Kevin De Bruyne, those kind of players in Man City with Lazio. When you have Immobile, Service, Courier, those kind of players in Lazio, and it's still scoring goals.
Because the key thing of what Abdullahi is saying is that if the roles were switched, how many goals would Aguero score with Milinkovic, Savic, and
exactly?
So supplying him. That's the thing. How many goals would he score? So that's key. So let's run this. So Gigiman, just run this off. How do you rate Immobile?
I consider him the numbers. What? I consider him the best striker in Serie A, not the other guy. And
Gigiman, say his name.
He was so cringe.
Gigiman, he was voted Serie A Player of the Season.
He was so cringe that the same night
he was voted Serie A Player of the Season, and he was voted the Middle Eastern or the Dubai Player of the Year.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing, Double H. It's like people have no shame these days. They just go out and collect free awards for nothing. I mean, it just undermines. I mean, what's Cagliari supposed to do? Like, he was the top scorer. He was the highest guy. But I guess you just need a good PR team and you win everything. You can win stuff by force these days.
Can I interject on this just to bring balance to this topic? Because let's not forget, Ronaldo did score the most match winners in Serie A. He also scored in 9 consecutive away games. The first player to do so, broke the record in his first season.
I think those are
36-year-old. I mean,
he won Coppa Italia, Supercoppa d'Italia. They also he scored the winner against AC Milan. And he won the Nations League for his country. So that's why he won 3 trophies last season. That's why he was voted.
I have a counter argument. First of all,
man, how many counter arguments are in this bloody hangout?
Those stats are irrelevant. How many trophies did he actually win? Coppa Italia doesn't mean anything.
Three. That's more than Messi did. He, of course, I'm not saying that he deserved the Ballon d'Or over Messi, but like that award. But
all this, I think, Red. All these statistics are made up 9 consecutive games. Who cares? Like, how many goals did he score in total? Like, he scored he was fourth. He was fourth, and he won a trophy for being the best. I mean, you were fourth in the league. I mean, you won the Serie A, but it's more of a team effort. If you were that good, you would have gone all the way to the Champions League final. But it's not that good as people say. It's just he has cult followers that don't want to accept the fact that he's no longer relevant in football. He keeps coming up with all this, Serie A is hard to score. No, it's not hard to score. I mean, guys are leading across Europe. You just decline. No one is setting the standards low. And then he's collecting trophies. The sad part is he's collecting all these trophies and people that actually put in the work that are supposed to get all these trophies. I know it because it's good for it's good marketing. I mean, what kind of rubbish is this?
Okay, Jujuma, I want to counter what you said. You said Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't deserve that. Also, Lionel Messi doesn't deserve the Ballon d'Or because he did not perform in Champions League against Liverpool. So there's an argument with that also with Ronaldo.
No. That's not a good argument. 50 goals, 17.
Barcelona have been poor. They have been poor since 2015. Leo Messi has been shambolic since 2015. So you cannot bring Cristiano Ronaldo argument. No.
Wait, Abdullah.
For me, Leo Messi does not. He has since 2015. Neymar, Xavi Hernandez, and Andres Iniesta. Once they left, since then, Leo Messi has been the one carrying that team. So if you want to be Cristiano Ronaldo team and telling me he doesn't deserve those trophies he won, definitely Leo Messi doesn't deserve the Ballon d'Or. You have to give it to Van Dijk because Van Dijk was ultimately the best player in that Liverpool team that deserved the Ballon d'Or ahead of Messi. It was only their goal scorer. That was it. What did they win?
Wait.
If Tuchel is the goal,
No, wait. Abdullah, I think you have a anti-Barcelona propaganda because you say Kovacic is better than De Jong, and then you cannot.
Kovacic this season has been better than De Jong. Now maybe De Jong may have a better upside and better potential, but this season I don't see how you can say that Frank De Jong has been better than Kovacic this season. But we have to move on. We have to move on. Now, I've been seeing this in the live chat because guys, I'm keeping aware of the live chat. Roberto Firmino. This is and he's because I don't class him as a striker. Because whenever we talk about the best strikers in the world, obviously we just talked about Immobile, we think of Lewandowski, we think of Benzema, you've got to look at the Cannibal, you've got to look at the EPL merchants, Aguero. But I can never put Firmino in that conversation of the best strikers in the world. But Firmino, with regards to being a false line and a facilitator, might be one of the best at that job. So let me come first to Muntaha. How would you rank and how would you rate Roberto Firmino within the world rankings? How would you rate him? How do you view him as a player?
Okay, bro. So Firmino without Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Klopp system, bro. I don't want that guy. I don't want that, bro. Because without Jurgen Klopp system, bro, because that guy has been literally, So
to say it with your chest, you're saying that he's a system matcher.
Exactly. I'm saying that his system was okay. He's a good footballer. Don't take me wrong, but in a sense, okay, he does his job. He drops deep. At times he plays CM, attacking midfield. Okay, that's good. But the fans, Liverpool fans, came with one term, and which that doesn't make sense. This term doesn't make sense, and they say it's to Roberto Firmino as a defensive striker or defensive forward. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by defensive striker, defensive forward, bro? Bro, his primary job is score goals, right? Okay, so you're telling me that, Roberto Firmino, because he's sacrificing for Salah, Mane, and all those things. Nah.
Wait. Muntaha, let me switch it.
Yeah.
A lot of people gave Benzema a lot of credit for being a side chick to Cristiano. And I'm sure that there were many hangouts where you say, hey, man, Benzema may not be scoring goals, but he's very important to the Real Madrid team, and he helped Real Madrid win the 3 steals. So isn't this the same situation here?
No. I don't think so. That's the same situation because the level and the quality and the ability of Benzema in terms of scoring as well. Bro, 300 goals he scored for Real Madrid. What else one with 50, 60 assists or more than that? That's insane. Does Roberto Firmino have that kind of numbers even playing like that? No, he doesn't have. The only season I believe that Benzema was in terms of scoring charts, he declined, his 17-18 season. Apart from that, he always used to score 25, 30, 31 goals. They're telling me that Roberto Firmino can give you 30 goals every season, even playing like that. No, I don't think so. So let's be honest with you. Firmino is a good player, but he cannot be rated as a top 10 or top 5 striker of the generation. No, you can't do that.
Abdullahi, how would you rank Firmino?
Yeah, because I think I am familiar like what Muntaha said. Roberto Firmino is a system player because he works under Jurgen Klopp's system. Again, game pressing. That's how Roberto Firmino work. And also he can play as number 10 also.
So saying that he's trash outside of club system.
Yeah, for me, in the summer club, it was playing as number 10. When he came in the summer club, it was a number 10. Now he came into club system, it's playing as number 9. So for me, I won't rate Firmino ahead of Lewandowski. No. Ahead of Benzema. No. Ahead of Sergio Aguero. No. Because he's playing in a system. He's a system player. If you want to put me on, go out of the system player and play. Let's see how good you are. Show me how good you are. He only plays in the club system because club plays against game pressing system. So that's what Roberto Firmino will show because he plays a lot as a false 9. So that's how he plays. He plays a lot as a false 9. That's how he shows a lot. I can't put Roberto Firmino as number 10, one of the best top 10 in the world. Hell no, I'm sorry. I won't. Never. I won't. No.
Okay. Red. Well, how would you rank Firmino?
See, here's the issue with Firmino is that, for me personally, I think he's a top player. Like, Liverpool won't be the team they are without him. They need him, and it's not just because he's a system merchant. He's very hardworking, and his link up is very much needed. There's one game that I always mention when I want to mention Firmino's importance. If you remember in the UEFA Super Cup versus Chelsea, Firmino came on in the second half. In the first half, Liverpool were getting slaughtered by Chelsea. They looked very. Their attack was looking very stale. It wasn't very direct as they typically are. When Firmino came on and got subbed on, all of a sudden Liverpool came back. I think they were 1-0 down initially, and they came back and then scored a winner, and they won 2-1. And it was directly through him. He was the one that, because him dropping deep pulls defenders away, so Mane and Salah can make their runs forward. Not to mention, another reason why I love players like Firmino of their ilk is that he's very selfless. Firmino doesn't go for penalties. Firmino is willing to pass in front of goal if it's guaranteed a goal. Whatever his team needs, he's willing to fill that role. And players like that, I know because they don't hunt for goal and they don't stat pad and score 3 goals every game, so therefore he's not rated like Lewandowski and Aguero and all that stuff. But for what he does, he's very vital. And you know me, HH, you know that I was repping Benzema way before he started scoring goals. If you remember, like from 2 years ago, when I on Hangouts, people would laugh at me for saying that, I rate Benzema as one of the elite strikers. And because of the same reason, is that he's selfless. He's willing to give up his goals and his records for the team. Even for Brazil, even though I think with Brazil he's not as good, I think I would probably go for other strikers in Brazil. I think they have better strike options. Jesus, definitely. And even in Copa America, Jesus proved that he's better. But even when Jesus got sent off in the final, Firmino held it down. He kept on playing. He was pressing. He was going back. He's a very hardworking player. And those players are very underappreciated in world football because, again, they don't have the stats. They don't have the flash of certain players. They don't have the marketing or the logo and all that stuff. But for what he does, he's a top player. I can't rate him as on the best strikers because he doesn't have the numbers to really push it, nor really the accomplishments aside from the Champions League. But still, even with that, I do want to mention he did have 10 plus goals in the Champions League. I'm pretty sure in 2017.
Firmino.
Yeah, Firmino, 17-18. I think he had 11 goals in the Champions League. It was that season where him, Salah, and Mane all scored 10 plus.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, he's a top player. Definitely rate him.
Jujuman, how do you rate Firmino?
Yes, I would echo what Reda just said. I rate him highly. I think Firmino is among the best players in the world. It's the same.
Wait.
Yes, he is.
No, Jujuman, you can't just be slick and just roll it in there. What the bloody what?
Yes,
one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, what? Look, he's playing next to. It's like Ben. There's similarities to Benzema. I like how Red compared it. Like when you play next to marketing machines, like you're lucky to get any chance, any recognition, because all the spotlight goes to the players next to them. So what he does, like when Firmino has a good game, it's most likely like Salah and Mane would do well. And
but there have been times when Firmino has been crap and Origi has had to step in, or Mane has had to step up, and Firmino has had to step up. For me, I don't think El Dio or Salah play well dependent on Firmino playing well, bro. Nah, that's
yeah, it's true. I mean, partly, but he has an influence because I mean, I'll see what Red just say. Like, I think the great example was against Chelsea when, I mean, we saw Origi what he did and it wasn't clicking. But when Firmino came in, he just had an instant impact. And like majority of people overlook that. It's even if you look at over the years, Firmino's impact, like he's had when Liverpool go on and score a lot of goals. Some of those wins Firmino has been responsible for. It just not at the end of it, so it doesn't get majority of
And
recognition.
Juju, let's not forget, like last year when they won the Champions League in the group stage game versus PSG, in the 3-2 win, he scored the winner. Had he not scored that winner and ended 2-2, they wouldn't have made it to the. They wouldn't have made it through. They would have been knocked out.
Wait.
I have a counter. I actually have just counter.
Oh my gosh, is this like the 10th count of this Hangout?
Bro, the problem is that, okay, Firmino, okay, what he's doing, okay, he's dropping deep and all. But, okay, if you say, okay, no, Firmino, you have to play as a proper number 9, traditional number 9 goal scorer and everything. Can he do that? That's where he's lacking. That's why we cannot trust Firmino to be a, top 10, goal scorers or strikers, in his own position.
Wait, but Montad, the buy is so low. I mean, why is he not top 10? He is. The buy is low. There's like, I think 5 strikers only that are good.
Juju.
Wait. So Jujuman, are you putting him top 5, top 10? Where are you putting Firmino as a striker?
I'll put him between top 10 and between 5 and 6. Yeah, he's between 5 and 6.
Can I count?
What's that? I missed it.
So Jujuman, are you saying that there are only 5 strikers better than the Firmino?
Yes.
Okay, so
who's better than Firmino? Maybe more than 5.
Bro, Lautaro Martinez, Juju, come on, man. Lautaro is better than Firmino.
Lewandowski,
Easily, man.
No.
In this level.
By the way, Lautaro hasn't done anything, hasn't done much in Europe.
Bro, but look at that team, bro.
I'm taking Lautaro.
He plays in Europa League.
Martinez, give me a break. As a striker.
No, but like I like the thing is just I don't think he's top 5 or 6. I think he'd be like top 10 and he'd be like 9th or 10. Like because realistically speaking, there's not a lot of strikers that are better than him. Like I know he doesn't have the goal scoring record, but again, for what he does, look at Liverpool is one of the highest scoring teams in the world. Like I think they're only behind City in the league. But City also had like a game where they won 9-0. So like Liverpool don't really have those games, but he's definitely an elite strike. Like he might not be if you're playing in the modern game where you have inside forwards, you need your number 9 to like go back a little bit, so you play sort of a false 9 role. That just adds to his diversity. Because Firmino did play, I think, was he at Schalke beforehand? I forgot. Hoffenheim, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he had a pretty good goal scoring record. He's not lethal. He doesn't have that cutting edge. But that's why he's great, is because instead of being selfish and just going always for goal and shooting it, he always tries to find the better option. But that kind of intelligent movements and intelligent plays, you won't have the stats to back that up. But when you see the game, you could see his impact. And that's the thing. And we can name certain matches where he underperformed. Every player goes through that. And Lautaro is not better. Lautaro is not better than Firmino.
Bro. Well, in that case, we shouldn't consider flipping Firmino as a striker, as a number 9. Then, if that's the case, because you're telling me that okay, you have to sacrifice for yourself. No, that's not the case.
No.
He is a number 9. He's just a different. It's like
that's the point that I am making. The point that I'm making is we can't class him as a striker. But he's just
he only works on Jordan Club system.
Yes, but
see, guys, here's the flaw. Here's the flaw in your argument. Is that how about this? Gareth Bale and Giggs, both of them are wingers, but two completely different wingers. Gareth Bale is a goal scoring winger, and Ryan Giggs is more of an assist, more crosses. So he doesn't score goals. Same thing with Mourinho. It's a different game nowadays. Your striker isn't just required to just stand up front and just bang in goals, just camp in the box. Strikers now have more duties because again the game has evolved. The game was
bro, red. But another flaw in your argument over here is that, but he's not scoring. Okay, if he's doing his primary job, okay, and dropping deep and doing all this link up play, fine, you're great. But the problem is that he's not producing those numbers. So how can we consider him as a great striker? That's the question, my brother.
Okay, wait. Let's I want to hit up this super chat here, man. I think this is for Mr. Monta. So from VAR, who I believe is a Liverpool fan, says, Montaha, I was a big fan, but today you broke my heart. So, Montaha, are you breaking the hearts of Liverpool fans by saying Firmino is complete and utter garbage trash?
No. First of all, I'm not saying Firmino's garbage or trash. No. What I'm saying to you is that if you consider him as a striker, right, number 9, what we all like loves to us, our strikers who score goals. Firmino's not that guy. If he's scoring goals as a striker, then yeah, I'll rate him. But if you tell me, oh, is he like top 10, top 5 now, and best number 10 footballers in the world, I'll give you that. But if you tell me that, because that's completely different, category of player, man. I don't think so. Firmino is a striker. I personally believe he's more of a number 10, and like that's what I personally believe that, bro. Apart from that, bro, he's really great player, and he's one of the vital element of you guys doing UCL last season, and you're doing so good in the Premier League as well.
Okay, so now let me bring in the total super chat here. So from Eber Miranda, thank you for your $5 super chat. He says, Juju, Messi won his 6th Ballon d'Or for winning less compared to Cristiano not winning his 6th, leaving Real being his most iconic season in 17-18 season.
Wait, I'll respond to that. First of all, it's not about having the most. I see people start bad against nothing teams. It's about some trophies have more weight. Winning a title in Syria when you have there's no competition. You easily have the best team ever. It's not the same as someone having a great campaign season and then reaching all the way to the semifinals to lose because of a fault that is not his. And that Ballon d'Or is justified. As for the 17-18, it was
you're saying that he deserved the Ballon d'Or above Van Dijk.
Yes, he did. I know Van Dijk is a close case, but he deserved it for individual performance. I don't think there was no close to him.
Guys, you know what I say? People are missing the key word: individual performance.
Yes,
not team performance, not medals won. How well did you play as an individual? People who say Messi didn't deserve
it was easy decision.
I mean, just to bring it in, just to mention this, Ronaldo did score a hat trick in a comeback against Atletico Madrid and scored a hat trick in the semis in the Nations League. No. Guys.
Red, did you really bring up the Nations League? Really?
Absolutely. One sec. Let me play devil's advocate right here, because I'm like you guys. You guys know I said Messi should win the Ballon d'Or just based off of his achievements, because nobody comes close to him last season as an individual, because he had 50 goals and 21 assists, which is insane. That's not the argument. What we're doing is just let's see why is Ronaldo in the conversation. Don't forget, again, if you're talking about individual awards, Ronaldo in Serie A had the most match winners. That's individual. That he showed. He
How many
brought that
total?
up. Ronaldo scored a hat trick in the Nations League. Whether you guys rate it or not, it's a trophy that's going to be ongoing forever. It may not be big now, but 50 years from now, when there's multiple iterations, it's going to start to be relevant. People are laughing at it right now, but Champions League started at one point in the 60s. Do you think people will call it? Did anybody care about it back then? It took time for the tournament to establish itself. So we have to consider that Portugal now are the first winners of a brand new trophy that's going to be a European trophy recognized by UEFA and FIFA. Aside from that, he also scored a hat-trick in the Champions League. He scored home and away versus Ajax. He scored 5 goals in total in the knockout stages.
But Red, you're giving me bits and moments here and there. I'm talking about, was he exceptional over the season?
No, I don't think so. No, he didn't deserve. He deserved. I personally,
over 12 months, was he exceptional?
No, I don't think so. It was hands down Ronaldo's worst season ever.
I would even argue. I would argue, because you brought up good points. The one thing is Nations League. I mean, have some shame. No one even knows that. Half of the world population don't even know that tournament exists. And it's how do you even qualify for it? Facing inferior teams. How's that even? How does that even get recognition for that?
He played against Netherlands, which are arguably probably at the time they were the most informed. They beat France, they beat Germany, they played Netherlands.
True, but qualifying to that position, how do you beating Macedonia?
Because we have another topic to go through, but I want to just hit the super chats here. Thank you very much, Silver Spring, for your super chats. $2 super chats from Silver Spring. So Silver Spring says Klopp said he doesn't judge Firmino on his goals. And I think, look, my thing here, which is what we've been saying, is Firmino shouldn't be classed as a striker. I've never classed Firmino as a striker. He is one of the best at the role that he plays, which is just a very unique role, which is that basically the role that he plays is the role that Benzema played when Cristiano was around, which is that, yes, you are in the role of the striker, but you're really there to facilitate the inside forwards. Benzema was there to facilitate and create space for Cristiano and for Bale. Firmino is set to create space for El Dio and things. So for me, like, and also as people have said, the game has evolved. Like obviously, growing up for me, I was like, if you're a striker, I judge you by your goals. But tactics evolve. We now have what wing backs are doing. We now have what number 10s are doing. We now have false nines, and we now have strikers who they may be there as a striker, but we can't be in this very archaic, narrow-minded view. Like, oh, you're a striker. How many goals have you scored? No, it's about how effective are you for the team. Because at the end of the day, it's about winning. It's always about winning. I want to talk about this dude now. Let me bring up the title, man. So, how much can Ibra help AC Milan? Now, in case you don't know, Ibrahimovic is 38 years old. I'm not ageist, okay? I respect my elders. I'm from, African society, and African culture says that you must always respect your elders. So I respect Ibrahimovic as one of my elders. He's 38 years old. And I just, because I want clarity, because I'm going to drop an Ibra vid tomorrow. I've filmed it, I've edited it and everything, so I don't want to say too much in this because everything will be said on the vid I'll drop tomorrow, hopefully. So let me come to Muntaha here, man. So Muntaha, please tell me, what the hell is a 38-year-old Ibrahimovic going to do to help the embarrassing, sad story that is AC Milan?
Bro, first of all, this arrogant prick, why is doing in Serie A? How dare he to step into the land of, Italian Serie A, like Italy? How he dare to do it? Because, bro, this guy's washed. Nobody cares about this guy, okay? First of all, this guy, what he's done, what he's achieved in his, big stages in Champions League, except scoring with overhead kick against England, that's it? That's his career highlight? I mean, bro, I'm sorry, bro. This guy is like nothing more than retired person right now. I think so. He's done over here, and he's going to make Milan more worse. I believe more than that. And I don't think so. We as a football fans, we want to watch Ibra. Come on, man. I think so. This guy's done out here, man. And AC Milan doing for signing Ibra for what? I think the Piontek is better than Ibra right now. I'm sorry, bro, but I can put my more trust on flipping Piontek than Ibrahimovic. And sorry, bro. I mean, for Manchester United, he showed up. He did all those things. He flopped with Barcelona as well. He flopped. I mean, with so many multiple clubs. I mean, in big stages in Champions Leagues and as well. So yeah, man, he's nothing more than old retired. Retired goal scoring guy. Okay, at some point he used to be a great goal scorer, but right now he's not even relevant. So I don't think so. We should even talk about this guy.
Okay, yeah. Wait, before I go to Abdullahi, let me because I want to hit two things before I go to Abdullahi. So first of all, Josh Bourne, thank you for your 199 super chat and thank you for your patronage, man. Thank you, bro. So Josh Bourne says he can help them as a relic cheerleader. Yes, he can, Josh. Yes, he can. But Josh, this dude did say with his mouth that I am not here to become a mascot. So he said with his own mouth. So Ibrahimovic, I view you as a cheerleader, mascot, as a guy just to with your pom-poms and everything. Because I'm sorry, I'm not being ageist, relax. I don't know what a 38-year-old can do to help AC Milan. But again, if I go to Abdullahi, I'm just seeing someone here in the live chat say that Ibrahimovic is a legend and we should respect him. in what bloody flipping planet is he a legend? Because I'll come to you. Let me just say something very quick here. I admit that Ibrahimovic, of course, he's talented. Of course, he's scored amazing goals. Let's look at the teams he's played for. He played for a stacked Juventus. He played for a stacked Inter Milan. He played for a stacked Barcelona, one of the greatest club sides of all time. He played in a one-team league for PSG. Yes, he won league titles for all of them. Well done. Congrats. Ibrahimovic, I'm still waiting. When did you play in a Champions League final? I believe you played in one Champions League semi. What Champions League final did you play in? You're a great personality and a great brand, and you have been able to, because people are thick and stupid, because we live in a world where 99% people are sheep and can't think individually, you have been able to finesse people to think that you're a legend. Because you have a great personality, because you're great on Twitter and great on Instagram, people are like, oh yes, Ibra, the legend. If people actually engage their brains and weren't such sheepish, thick-headed losers and actually think for themselves, like, wait a minute, I know you're talented, but for a guy of your talent, so I've never played a single Champions League final, bro, I think you're overrated. Abdullahi, what can Ibra do to help AC Milan?
First of all, Double H, please tell me, what advantage does Zlatan Ibrahimovic come to do with AC Milan? Please,
Search me, bro.
please. Zlatan is 38. HH. This guy is 38. Please tell me, what experience does he need? Does he have that wants to help those AC Milan player? Are you telling me because of those test two babies guys, those Piantek, Lennon, Suso, Canaglo, those players are gonna listen to Zlatan? Please tell me, how many impact would Zlatan Ibrahimovic help AC Milan? Tell me. The problem with Piantek is going through a rough part. He's a very good goal scorer. He's just going through a rough part, and there is no creativity in that team for Piantek to score goals. I will not take Zlatan Ibrahimovic ahead of Piantek because I know I can trust Piantek a lot than Zlatan. Zlatan is finished. HH. Zlatan is done. Please, he was playing in MLS. I watch all MLS ball. I watch everything. I live in Chicago. I watch all MLS. Please tell me, what did Zlatan did to MLS? Nothing. Los Angeles, LA Galaxy, he didn't do nothing. Carlos Vela was the high goal scorer. He scored higher goal scorer ahead of Zlatan. This guy, is he playing in Monte? I don't even know his name. Something Martinez. Is it Martinez? I don't even know his name. Was also the high goal scorer in his league ahead of Zlatan. Please tell me, what does Zlatan do? Score goals? For me, Zlatan is done. What the hell is he come and do in the Milan?
No, nothing,
Maldini. Is it Maldini or what's his name? I think it's making one of the biggest mistakes in his entire life, breaking Zlatan to AC Milan. To do what? 38. To do what? AJ, Zlatan to do what?
No. Maybe he will surprise all of us. Maybe he will surprise us, but I doubt it. I personally doubt it.
Zlatan is done. This guy needs to go and play Indian football. Indian. Or go to leave anything about Europe. Go play in Indian, or you should go and play with Beckham.
Actually, all right. So before I go to red, let me just hit the super chats here, man. So Martin Rosario, thank you for your $2 super chat, Martin Rosario, man. So you said Juju, stop capping, like my ass off. Laesti is the higher ups GB. Now I'm not sure what you mean by higher ups GB, but I think he said that Juju, man, you're sucking up to Messi.
No, I'm not. Like,
is Messi paying you?
No.
Are you on Messi's payroll? Just admit, are you on Messi's payroll?
No. I think we need to appreciate greatness when we see one. Like, you do realize we might not see another.
Greatness with no World Cup, no knockout score. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's check over. Okay, wait. So, Red, Ibrahimovic, are we being too harsh on Ibra? Do you think he could actually do something amazing for AC Milan?
Man, okay. Let me preface this by saying I'm gonna mention my bias. I do not like Ibrahimovic. I think he's
why not?
No, because I don't like players that go like, oh, I'm a god, and like I just don't like that kind of, like, people say Ronaldo's arrogant. Ibrahimovic is a different level of arrogance. Like, his arrogance is actually blasphemous. So I don't like just him as an individual, as a person. I do not like him at all, and I don't like to rate him or mention him. But aside from that, let's remove accomplishments. Let's remove stats. Let's remove everything. Just judge him as a player. Ibrahimovic is probably the greatest finisher of the ball, or has some of the greatest finishes I've ever seen in my life. Like, and I'm not talking about just
you could argue that. You could do that's a strong argument.
He has
his goals repertoire is amongst the best of the
best. Like that side foot finish, that backwards heel that he always does, the air volley, like backwards. Some of his finishes, like you'll sit down and you'll just wonder, like, how did he score those goals? Like, how do you get that? And he said, like, I also respect him as a professional because he said that he took Taekwondo to really improve his kicking and really so he could improve on his finishing technique. And you could see it. You see, like his volley technique was impressive because he would side foot the ball midair. He also has like, he's one of the Puskas. He had 2 Euros goal of the tournament. I think he had it in 2002 and in 2012 he won goal of the tournament twice. So for that aspect, like Ibrahimovic, I don't think he needs really his physicality in this Milan side. I think he could make good on a couple of goals. I don't think he's it for Milan. Let's like the bar is very low. You know what I mean? Like it's very, very low for Milan. Like if he comes and scores like 10 goals, that's great for Milan. And I think Ibra can get 10 goals in Serie A over the next 18 games that they're going to play. Ibra should be able to show up get some finishes. He's going to be good in the air. He's tall. He's big. Not to mention, like, he's he likes to antagonize backlines, which would also always keep them on edge, which might help his other players who, the wingers, like I honestly can't remember their names at the moment. But Borini, I guess. Suso, Borini, Callejon.
Bro, their names don't matter.
Yeah, like the guys, come on. I respect them, but whatever. The point is like, I think that he will be able to improve them or increase their level to a bit, or maybe just if he can just put some more influence where they find, like, because you need to, for a big club like Milan, you can't lose. It's not acceptable. Like, if you're gonna lose 5-0, you better get like 3 red cards. Break those players' legs. You can't let a team come and beat you 5-0 like that. Like, even Madrid, like, we've lost 5-0 to Barcelona. I witnessed that game back in 2010. It was a scrap. Ramos shoved Puyol and Xavi, and because as a big club, you can't accept that. You can't. And these players don't know the weight of the shirt. That's why I love Gattuso at Milan, because he instilled fear in those players, and they were actually pretty good under him. They were just not. He was just not tactically there. And I think with Ibrahimovic, I think the players would respect him, and I think if he can dictate that dressing room, because I don't think they have any leaders. I don't think any of those players would be able to. So he could have a positive impact. It's just not it. Like, Milan, you do better.
Oh, okay. Jujaman, Ibra.
Yes. I think someone said it last week. I understand. I think it was Daniel. AC Milan don't run a daycare, so they won't give the youth a chance. And you said 38. That's ancient in football years. That's like, this guy should be retired by now. And they, with Ibra, I think Red mentioned it. The bar in Syria is not high.
I said AC Milan, not Syria.
AC Milan. AC Milan is no. I mean, no, but Syria, the bar in Syria is not high. Like, I think, I see strikers that failed other places in Europe playing well. So I don't think he'll be a total flop. Even though I think he's ancient, I don't think he'll be a total flop. He'll be. I mean, he's good in the air, so he'll get maybe 5 goals. But I think that's his contribution. As for
Wait, hold your horses. Excuse me. So you're telling me that he held the shirts up, fanfare. They announce this on Twitter, on Instagram. They do this on CNN. Massive thing. So all this for 5.
Yes, because it's like, I think we should all be worried if he scores a lot. If he scores a lot of goals, then the quality of Syria has gone down, because this guy shouldn't be scoring this much goals. It should be concerning if he scores a lot of goals.
Jujuma, do you know that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a complete when it comes to finishing?
No.
I would take Zlatan when it comes to finishing.
It's screwed up in both ways. Basically, if he scores 5 goals, what the bloody hell is he doing? So if he scores like 20 goals,
that's good news for Syria. It means Syria is still a top league. If he goes and scores 30, then okay, this is like the Italian MLS now. Like, the quality has gone down the drain. Like, he's not supposed to score a lot of goals because of his age. If the quality is there, there's no way he scores a lot of goals. So 5 marks, and if Syria is quality, he's getting 5, and that's it.
Jujuma, with all those endorsements, CNN, BBC, Instagram, Twitter, Zlatan is gonna score 5 goals.
Yeah.
Damn!
Yes. If he doesn't, then I think the quality of Syria is low.
Oh man. Okay, look, let's run things off with some CL, but look, let's just move on from Abraham and look, screw that guy, man. Now, I want to focus on Man City, Real Madrid, man, because basically, look, man, guys, I'll keep it real with you. Let me be fully real. I review club games because I need to keep the channel alive and going. So I just need to make sure that people are active. But I'll be real with you. I only signed up for the Champions League. Personally, like I'm following Liverpool's journey in the Premier League is amazing. Bundesliga is exciting with how that's going. But guys, can we just be fully real here? I get it. Oh yes, you'll never walk alone. FA Cup, blah blah, Syria. Guys, can I just be really real? We are football fans here. We are here for the big time. So what really matters is the massive lights. And guys, I'll keep it real with you. February 18th is a bloody long way away. That's a bloody long way away. But my thing is this is that, yes, it's a long way away. Guys, the fixtures that we have in store is flipping amazing. Flipping amazing. But so what we're going to be doing is every single week, we're just going to be on and off, because I think based on how teams are playing on and off, we can, maybe our views will change. So I want to look at Man City, Real Madrid. Is it still fair to say that Man City are still the clear favorites?
Yes, clear, 100% favorites.
Can I go?
Wait, 100%. What?
Yeah, this is it's an easy game for Pep Guardiola and Man City.
Wait. So is this reverse psychology?
No, it's not. Like, they have the best manager in history. This should be an easy game.
Okay.
I want to counter
This should be an easy game.
Wait, let me counter Jujuma.
They don't have the
For
league
what they
to
said.
worry about, so this should be a straightforward game. And
Jujuma,
Madrid are rebuilding.
Jujuma, I want
Dan
to
is
counter
rebuilding.
Jujuma, I can read through you like a flipping book. You're the easiest person in the world to read through. Okay, Abdullahi, counter this dude.
I want to counter Jujuma. You telling me it's an easy game for Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola has been Champions League for how many seasons? Three consecutive seasons. He has flopped in the. Do you know how much that fraud? Do you know how much he spent?
Yeah, but here's my response. Here's my response to everyone, Abdullahi.
He spent for Man City. He didn't even sniff Champions League semis, and you are telling me it's gonna be an easy match against Real Madrid. Not even Galatasaray or Lyon.
Yeah, here's my counter, Abdullahi. Here's my counter. 2013, Pellegrini faced Real Madrid with Ronaldo and Ronaldo, Di Maria, Ozil, and majority of the players there and Pepe were, apart from Casillas, were in seriously, they had like almost peak Ronaldo there. And who did Pellegrini have again? Let's look at that team. Jesus Navas, Dzeko, Lescott, Joe Hart, and he managed to lose by only one goal, I think. One deflection goal.
Yeah, exactly. Pep,
now, how many years back? 7 years back. 7 years.
I'm talking about after. Pep Guardiola.
No. Here, I'll land up there. 7 years after, Madrid are in the rebuilding phase. They have, Hazard's. This is his first season, so I know I criticize the guy, but we have limited expectation. It's first season.
John just had in the season. He's already
first season. So like we'll give him a break. And look at Zidane. Zidane is rebuilding this team. This team, I can argue, this team is not as good as the one Pellegrini faced. And Pep, look at Man City. How many years after they're still rebuilding? How many years after? 7 years after that team.
What kind of
7 years after that team. Wait. 7 years after that team, Pep has had the same team for 3 years.
I want to bring in the Madrid guys in here.
And he cannot beat Madrid.
I want to bring in the Madrid guys. So, Munzaha, are you confident ahead of facing Man City? Or are you accepting that two things? First of all, that Man City are the favorites. Second thing, this has to be the season that Man City win the Champions League, because again, I'm watching Pep, bro. Because Pep, I know you're listening, because Pep, I know that you watch my channel. I know you listen to my vids. I know because I've seen the press conferences. Do you accept that because City need to win the Champions League this season, they have much more pressure than Real Madrid, who are still in the rebuilding phase?
Bro, first of all, for me, okay, with respect to Pep, okay, before facing Madrid, I think so. He has to play 5-6 games in the Premier League. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is really tough fixture. He has to play Leicester, then I guess Liverpool after the first leg. If I'm not wrong, and they have to play United as well again, and I think so. It's really tough. So you're telling me that Pep is going to give up all those fixtures and going to just focus in Premier League? That's it. And Champions League? No, that's
he has to.
The league is over. It was over in November.
Bro, Montage. I'll leave it, but Montage, in response to your comments, if this dude now tries to focus on FA Cup or Premier League, bro, you're a flipping clown. The only thing that makes sense is you haven't won the Champions League yet. You haven't even reached the final since Messi left you. Based on all of the money that you spent for Man City, you were brought in here to win the Champions League, so you would be an absolute moron if you don't make this your priority. You'll be stupid.
Bro, but you have to think this thing as well. Okay, first of all, okay, you're telling me about Man City midfielders. David Silva's washed. Okay, do you believe Rodri? I mean, okay, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's a slow learner. Okay, he's still getting used to the Premier League atmosphere and all those things. Do you think he's going to be that huge difference in the Champions League? Okay,
Bunta, we didn't force Pep to buy Rodri. He had all the cash. He chose to buy Rodri. That's his fault.
no, I agree. I believe you with that. Okay, yeah, Jude, you're right over there. But bro, you have to see as well. Even if Laporte is back, he'll be still rusty. Let's be honest over here. Okay, Fernandinho is not a good centre back. He's just playing for the sake of the injuries. We know Stones. You can rely on Stones. Kyle Walker. I mean, he's dead. You have Zinchenko as a left back. Are you kidding me, bro? I mean, look, compare your attacking and defense, bro. Compare your mid and your right now the current midfielders you have right now. Okay, you can rely on Phil Foden, 20 years old guy. Come on, let's be honest over here.
Madrid are relying on Rodrigo and Vinicius, and Hazard and Lucas Vazquez will be rusty.
Nah, I don't think so. Madrid is relying because if you see in big games, I mean, Zidane starting to find the role for Gareth Bale as a right winger. To be honest, if you see in some of big games,
they still believe in Bale.
Yeah. I mean, there are some symptoms, that Zidane is picking up Bale because, I mean, yesterday, I think this was after 4 months or something like that. Zidane played Bale for the 90 minutes. I mean, and Bale was performing. He missed 2 chances, clear-cut chances. I know that, but he was performing. I mean, he did good, So I'll rate him 6. And literally, we are not forcing Eden Hazard to come back through injury. Eden Hazard will be back by the end of January, though. So still 1 month left to pick his form, fitness and everything. So I mean, for Man City, I see that it's an extra motivation for Pep as a manager, but as a player, I personally believe they are not yet ready right now.
Just one point on Munta. How can you say they're not ready when Pep has had this team for how many years now? 3, 4? And Zidane has had this team for 1 year only.
Bro, but still, you cannot blame Pep directly. I personally believe.
How? Why? He's the one that bought the players. I didn't force him.
No. But bro, you have to see that. Supposedly, bro, like he started playing, Laporte, Stones. I mean, he didn't bought any defenders, this season. Why? Because he trusted his centre backs, right? To rise up to improve, in Champions League and Premier League. But they let him down. I personally.
But who forced him to kick out Company? He kicked out Company.
Bro, Company, Juju.
He kicked out Company.
Come on, Company was washed, man.
Wait. I want to bring in Red. So Red.
Yeah.
Feelings towards this game against Man City. Are you confident, or do you accept that City at the favorite?
I'm confident. Like wow. HH. I'm amazed at how underrated. Like HH, nobody rates Madrid. Like literally, people don't know anything about. Like I see some of these hot takes. Like I hear people saying Cruz is finished when Cruz has been amongst Europe's best midfielders, statistically speaking. If you look at creativity, passing, no, HH, look up his numbers. You will be impressed. I'm talking about forward passes, backward passes, pass completion, big chances created, everything. Modric has 4 goals and 4 assists in 8 appearances. You have Benzema's on goal scoring run, and on top of all that, we have conceded only 12 goals this season. 12. Out of, if you're looking at, this is the best defensive record Madrid have had in 32 years. We're number 1 in La Liga for defensive record, followed by Atletico and then Athletic Bilbao. Zidane, what I think he's honestly a genius in what he did with this Madrid team, because he knew we can't score like we used to in 17-18 and 16-17 with Ronaldo and Prime Bale and all those players. So instead, he focused on getting the team to defend. Mm-hmm. We're not conceding anybody. The only thing that's hurting us right now is our clinicality. That's the only thing, and that's why we need Hazard. If Hazard is fully fit, I know Hazard's fully fit. I'm telling you, HH, Madrid are winning this tie.
So you believe in that then?
HH, the numbers don't lie. With Hazard, Madrid scored 50% more goals and conceded less. Less, because when Hazard's on the pitch, Hazard holds onto the ball. Hazard's progressing the ball. Hazard's drawing defenders. He's creating space. There's a reason why Benzema's goal scoring.
Preach to these guys who are hating him, because people is that preach to these guys about what's that about.
You can't. If people are haters, if people are gonna hate on him, you can't. Like I'm hearing people are saying, "Oh, Hazard's stinking up in La Liga." He isn't. He's been incredible. He's literally just been injured. He was injured for the first 5 games, and he got injured again. And plus, I trust Zidane because Zidane did this in every single year in the 3P. What did he do with Ronaldo? First half of the season, wouldn't even utilize Ronaldo. He'd sub him off. He was one of the first managers to rest him. And what happens in February? Zidane would unleash Ronaldo, and the team would just go on an insane run from February till May, where they'd just be winning every single match, every single time. So what I think Zidane is, I think because it hasn't got a minor fracture in his ankle, I think he's just being precautious to make sure that he's fully fit for February, and that's what that's his aim. In the league, look at him; he's juggling the league and the Champions League at the same time.
By the way, yeah.
His people are saying he has no system. People say, oh, and by the way, just for the excuse, I don't want anybody to say that he has a great team, because last year everybody was saying how this Madrid team is finished. They were saying Modric is finished. They were saying Cruz is finished. They were saying Ramos is finished. Varane is finished. Everybody's finished. Now look at them under Zidane. Look at and people want to mention spending. Zidane spent only on Hazard, which was already agreed to be bought from last year. They wanted Hazard from last year. Zidane didn't buy anybody aside from, I think Jovic was the only buy in Mendy. That's it. And he wanted Pogba. Aside from that, Rodrigo was purchased before Zidane got in. Militao was purchased before Zidane got in. Hazard was, like I said, it was pre-agreed way before. Hazard wanted to come to Madrid last year, but he didn't want to leave after Chelsea had an underwhelming season. So what Zidane did, he has improved on this team greatly. Look at them last season, look at them this season. The way they run. Look at how he introduced youngsters.
By the way,
You're
forgetting one point. Red. I just want to add one more thing over here. Eden Hazard this season, he missed 11 games, bro, and 10 games in La Liga.
Yeah, and people are saying he's bad. Like, if you actually watch the games and see his effect on the games, it's not about goals and assists. People understand this. Like, goals and assists, they're great. Messi and Ronaldo, insane. Scored 1,100 goals between the two of them over the past decade. Unbelievable numbers. But that's not all that's down to football. There are some certain players who are just nice with the ball. Certain players that don't score, but guess what? Their impact on the game is so far greater than just scoring a goal.
No, because see, that's my thing here, because it's like, I find it worrying and quite sad that as people who are supposed football fans and we love the game, you rely solely on how many goals somebody has scored and how many assists they have. It's like, do you watch the games? You know, like, people think that you only have an influence on the game as an attacker if you have scored or if you've made an assist.
I'm hearing also people say, like, I just want to bring back just to Zidane, because I still haven't gotten to the match, but people are saying Zidane spent money. I see somebody in the chat saying that Zidane spent 200 million on who? 100 million went on Hazard, which that was before Zidane. The club was buying that player. Zidane didn't pick him. Zidane picked Mendy. Mendy was a Zidane buy. And I believe Jovic was also a Zidane buy. Those are the only two players that were bought after Zidane was hired. Every other player, those between them, that's 160. That's only two players. No, that's how Mendy was 60, I think, and Jovic was 60, 120, right? And in the 3 years before that, when he three-peated, he bought nobody. He played with the players he had. Zidane bought 0 players. He actually sold.
Yeah, he bought Morata. That's it. He bought Morata.
He bought back Morata and then sold him the year after that. He flipped him. We bought him for 30 million. Zidane got him to score 20 plus goals and flipped him for 70 million.
Let me just, because I need to sort of round off and get here. But basically, all I'm saying is, look, we will definitely talk more and more about this week to week. But all I'm saying is this: that game is going to pop off. I still believe, unless we see some crazy injuries or so forth.
I haven't spoken.
I still believe that Man City will win the tie because they have to. Even if I still think that Man City will win the time, they have to, because if Man City get knocked out, Pep is finished. In my view, Pep is done. Like, I don't want to hear about your domestic trouble. I don't want to hear about...
but hatred, you're disrespecting over here, Pep, bro.
As a manager.
No, it's true.
If you get knocked out, again, I don't know who to get, because look, people can say, oh, no, it's Real Madrid there. No. And this is a Real Madrid with many players over the hill. So if you lose to Real Madrid, who are only armed with a young and called Zag,
it's unfair.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
no, but hatred, but like, no, but you're being too harsh over here with Pep Guardiola. Because look at...
Why?
Bro, they don't have a proper DM. They don't have a left center midfielder.
Rodri
is injured.
Rodri. Wait, Munta. According to mainstream media, Kevin De Bruyne is the best midfielder in the world. He'll be facing a diesel tractor and a finished Luka Modric. That's what I'm reading in the newspapers. So this should be an easy game for Man City. We're not going to change.
This is Pep Guardiola we're talking about. You can't make excuses. Man City's a super team, even with injuries. Our team right now is missing Hazard. We're missing Hazard.
Red.
We miss Ramos. Hear me out. Just let me finish my point. We miss Hazard. We miss Ramos. We miss Marcelo. We missed Modric. We miss all these players. Asensio injured. All these players are gone, and we're still neck to neck with Barcelona, top of the league. You mean to tell me because he lost Laporte. That's it. That means it's an excuse
Bro,
for them
Sane
to be
as well,
20.
bro. Sane, Laporte, man.
Okay,
David
he wasn't
Silva
even starting
was,
Sane
He
last
wasn't
year.
playing that much.
Like, and so you mean to tell me just because he lost those players, it's an excuse to be 20 points behind the team? Because I'm pretty sure when Madrid in 17-18, when they were 20 points
No.
behind Barca, nobody mentioned the fact that we missed Ronaldo for the first 5 games. We missed Marcelo through injuries, and Ramos had a red card in the early games where we lost like 10 points in the first 2 months. Nobody mentioned that. Everybody was saying Madrid are finished. Madrid are trash. That was a criticism. Am I wrong? Why? How come Pep Guardiola is exempt? People say that Pep
Bro.
Guardiola is the most criticized manager. In fact, no. He's given the most leisure in world football. If he loses,
look, we have to round. Look, we will continue this. We'll continue this next week. But all I'm saying is this: that when February comes, it's going to be huge because we are going to do previews. We're going to do reviews and everything. But all I'm saying is there is so much riding on that game, and I am literally counting down the seconds because look, it's going to be a huge game. And the reason why I love this is that all those times where I said City had easy games, now it's real now. Because see, and let me just end with this. Let me just end with this. What I don't want, so I'm going to put this out into the universe. So I'm putting this out into the universe. What I don't want, which will piss me off, is if the game is played, Zad is injured, or Real Madrid are not at full strength. I am praying, football gods, I am praying to you. I want Man City at full strength. Laporte, everybody at full strength. I want Real Madrid at full strength. No excuses. The best against the best. Let's get it on. Guys, I will see you guys next Sunday, man. Peace out. Peace out.
peace.
Adios, guys. Peace.
Like the video.